Prosecutors in Jacksonville, Florida have decided not to file charges against the cops who repeatedly punched a black man during an arrest. Nobody is shocked by that. In February, during a traffic stop, William McNeel Jr. refused to exit his vehicle after requesting a supervisor multiple times. In response, the officers broke McNeel's window and struck him several times in the head. Following the announcement that no charges would be pursued, McNeel and his family held a news conference with their attorneys, Harry Daniels, as well as Ben Crump.
He's my firstborn. He's also my only son. I have 4 children. He is the only boy. I have 3 girls. The day I seen that video, I couldn't finish it past the window breaking. It wasn't until maybe a few months ago I finally finished the whole video. But I'm thankful to God for protecting him, because I know what the outcome could have been. But I believe in faith in God. It's what protected my only son, and I thank God for that.
I'm Alton Solomon, the father, stepfather, but I can't call him my stepson because this is my son.
Yes, sir.
I've been through what he's been through. To see that video made me go back to the moment when I was 22. It hurted. It made me upset. But I seen what my son did that I had to do. And he sat right, and he did right. To see that is a hurting feeling. To be a father that loved God first, and to see all my kids not being able to wake up in the morning and get a phone call saying your child is gone.
Wow.
That's a hurting feeling, but I thank God.
Yes.
Because God got him.
Yeah.
Y'all keep us in prayer.
First of all, I want to thank God for bringing everybody here together, and thank y'all for supporting me. That day, I just really wanted to know, why I was getting pulled over and why I needed to step out the car when I knew I didn't do nothing wrong. I was really just scared. And that's it.
Folks, on a couple days ago, the sheriff announced for TK Waters released body camera footage. He said that McNeel's cell phone video of the arrest did not provide the complete picture. Despite this, the officer who initiated the stop has been stripped of his law enforcement authority. I mean, let's just be real clear, Scott. It's no shock this sheriff, who's been described as a MAGA sheriff, was not going to do anything. He was defending his officers. But anybody who watches the video knows full well they're stopping him saying, "Oh, you didn't have your lights on during inclement weather." When the cops pulled up, they ain't had their headlights on. Okay, it was daytime. There were raindrops on the on the window shield. But if you actually look at the video, his video or the body cam footage, it's not raining at all. So we know so Harry Daniels said the pretext was to stop him, and they got pissed off because multiple times he requested a supervisor, and then when they said get out of the car, he closed the door and he kept saying, "Please, can I see a supervisor?" And I'm saying, if you're black, all these people talk about, well, just comply. We have done way too many of these stories, Scott, where a black man complies on a routine traffic stop and the family is then having a funeral.
Yeah, and this kid survived. So let me tell you, whenever we do these videos, I like to take your listeners and viewers into the video, because what you don't see here, and this gets back to police training. This is a problem with police training. There is not one cop there who is trying to de-escalate the situation. What's the rush? He's in the car. He's not going anywhere. He wants to see a supervisor. In most jurisdictions, once you ask for a supervisor, all police conduct stops unless he is a threat to himself or a threat to the officer or to the community. So you wait there until the supervisor comes. Now, technically, he's got to obey a police order. But the fact that he disobeys a police order in most jurisdictions is a violation or a misdemeanor. And again, what is the rush? Why break the window and grab him out and take him out? Because they've been trained that once you disobey a police order or directive, then all bets are off. You can use force, sometimes deadly force inappropriately, in order to get compliance to a police order that may be innocuous, may not mean anything. If his light was out, you give him a ticket and you keep going. But that's not what they did. No de-escalation. And so the training in police departments across this country have got to have a de-escalation factor in there where you may not like him disagreeing with you or not agreeing with your order, but he's exercising his constitutional right. He's not threatening you. He doesn't have a gun. What's the rush? And so often these police departments are in a rush to not only enforce the law, but to have the opportunity to use force in making an arrest. It's just really highly inappropriate. Until that training changes, Roland, we're going to keep looking at videos like this in the future.
Well, and they also, Rebecca, get pissed off and angry that you dare question them. You dare question their authority. And so, and again, if you watch, we played the video. He doesn't escalate the situation. And what's crazy is when you listen to it, the first cop talking reasonable until he says, "Can I see a supervisor?" When the second cop comes along, he goes, "You know what? Talking reasonable until, until he asks for a supervisor." And then he goes, "Okay, bust it." And it's like, to Scott's point, what the hell are you rushing for? Why does it have to escalate to where you bust the window, you're dragging them out, you slam them down? That's one of the things we say, okay, you want a supervisor? We're going to call a supervisor. Because you're trying to de-escalate, Rebecca. But these cops don't want to do that, Rebecca.
So I'm going to pick a fight here and disagree with Scott. Scott, you're wrong. This has nothing to do with training. We could train until the cows come home, and guess what's going to happen? These racist institutions are going to be racist institutions, and there's going to continue to be outsized violence against people of color, specifically Black folks and Black men, especially when it comes to their interactions with law enforcement. This has nothing to do with training. The next thing that I would say is, over the years, we have covered countless stories like this. And afterwards, regardless if it's a quote unquote positive outcome, i.e. someone didn't die, or it is a negative outcome where there was death of a Black person at the hands of law enforcement, we routinely see the Black family get up, they invoke God almost as if it's to appeal to the white nationalists in this country that supports this type of racism through law enforcement towards Black men in this country. And at some point, the Black community, my community, our community is going to be sick and tired, because it doesn't matter if we're dressed up, if we're dressed down, if we're obeying commands or not obeying commands. If the end point is certain death because of a routine interaction with law enforcement, something has to give.
Yeah, no, we can both be right, by the way, Rebecca. Roland, one other thing real quick is this. When the police put you on the ground and put a knee in your back and put hands on your face and are punching you to get you to comply, it is physiologically impossible to comply, because when your head is pushed to the ground, your face to the ground, your body naturally reacts to push up, to breathe, to push up, to not have discomfort. And police automatically read that as non-compliance, which means they use force to bring you into compliance and forget that this is a routine traffic stop over a light. That's all it is. This isn't a murder suspect.
Right.
And so we can both be right. We need to get better. Police need to be better, but it's just tough, man. It's tough to be Black in America.
Yeah, and again, Joe, it was a headlight. Your headlights weren't on. This is Joe. Here's what this is literally how easy that was. You get pulled over. Hey, sir, I pulled you over because I noticed your headlights were not on. This is inclement weather, and then when you have weather like this here, the law states you need your headlight on because the car in front of you and behind you need to be able to see your car because it's gray, it could be raining. So just a reminder, sir, keep your headlights on in inclement weather. Have a good day. That's literally the fucking stop.
Right.
That's it.
It could have been.
That's it.
Yeah, it could have been.
That's it.
Let me first of all.
Hold on. So, Joe, hold on. Let me add. That's if that was your intention for the stop, Joe. Joe, go ahead.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. There's your big if. So first of all, I want to shout out the officer, white cat in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, who pulled me over a couple weeks ago when I was caught red-handed speeding as I was running to get something while we were getting ready to move our daughter from South Carolina to Louisville, Kentucky. And he was just as nice and as respectful as he can be. He had me dead to rights, and I knew he was going to give me a ticket, and the brother just gave me a warning. So I said, thank you. I appreciate being reminded of those types of things. Now, I agree with Scott's point about compliance, the point that you're making about compliance. It's impossible to comply because there are natural reflexes. You know, and here's the biggest problem next door to this whole thing. Listen, I am certain that the sucker punch was not in the report, right? So the problem that they have is that they told a different story in that report than what it is that ultimately came out. They didn't expect that to come out because, he went ahead and he pled within 24 hours because he kind of didn't know, how else to deal with it or whatever. And I'm glad the brother survived the contact. That's always an important thing. The problem becomes when police officers make this leap from, quote, non-compliance. There's an argument that, okay, is he not compliant because he asked for an officer, because he answered a question with a question? There's a matter of the compliance issue. But then they take this leap to their safety somehow. It's an ego thing. Right. It's not and I think it's a race thing too. Yep. Often, but it's
ego because first of all, one of the cops that participated in this was a black cop.
Right. Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. When it comes to that, the color's blue, right? You know what I mean? I mean, look at what they're saying in the press conference. We're not surprised that they're not getting that they're not going to be prosecuted. And so it's an ego thing. He jumps over from non-compliance to being in a threat for actual safety, and now you do what it is that you do, and it's something that they don't want to answer for, right? So if you're sheepish about it and you don't write reports out fully and totally, when something comes out that you didn't want to come out, you punched him in the car, you punched him when you got him out of the car, and they're for you out.
Oh, you forgot. Also, we saw a knife. You didn't see the knife.
Oh, yeah. We saw knife? Marijuana and marijuana. Okay, well, if he spoke of marijuana, he probably more calm as opposed to less. Let's keep it real. It wasn't all of that, right? To your point, it wasn't all of that. And that's not something that they had to do. And because what some people will do, particularly the, white MAGAs, hey, how y'all doing, just in case y'all watching. What y'all do is you'll say, well, he didn't comply. He wasn't perfect. He wasn't this. He wasn't that. As long as you put the same standard to the officer that's supposed to know what to do. Right. And that is responsible legally for doing X or Y or Z. And he's supposed to know because that's what he does all day, every day. Yep. If you say it that way, I can disagree with you, but at least you're consistent, but you don't hear them saying that.
Absolutely. And so let me. So first of all, Joe, that's cool that happened with you. I ain't quite. Actually, I ain't do like you do. So first of all, what happened?
I can't even go bang on no cop.
No. So what happened? Was he hiding and he clocked you? Is that what happened?
To be honest with you, I was making a beeline to the stove, picking up some stuff when the movers were getting ready to come and the whole thing, trying to get back. So I didn't see where he came from. See that. Off the street I turned off of. But it was a residential neighborhood. Right. I was doing about 55 and a 30, dead to rights. He had me. Right. He was totally respectful, very cool, but I'm not gonna give him no reason to bang on me in any event.
Right.
But
I
shouldn't be so relieved they did the right thing. You know what I mean? It's crazy.
I had one that was a little different. I was a little different. I was leaving. We had some meetings of the black former students at Texas A&M in College Station, and I'm trying to get back to Dallas. And I think I was trying to get back to Dallas to watch the game. I forgot what it was. Well, let's just say I was coming. I wasn't even past. I hadn't even got to Waco yet, and this car in front of me was just going way too slow. I was driving. I think I had a Mazda Miata. I can't remember. And so I hopped over. I'm doing about 85 straight up. I ain't lying. And see, I think I went ahead and got the ticket because it actually makes for a better story. So what happened was, I'm not, Rebecca, why are you shaking your head, Rebecca? I'm serious.
Oh, I got stories about pretextually being pulled over by police.
No. So I'm doing about 85, and I look over, and I see it's a cop. Then I was like, shit, he already got me. So I sped up. Right. So, I did. I sped up, and I was like, well, hell, I'm already on the side of him. And I know he probably put over, I know he did not just speed up, but I did. So, so I went ahead and, I took some class or whatever the hell, but I figured
Did you traffic school or did you just pay it out?
Yeah, I traffic, so I don't know what the hell I did. It was traffic school something, but I figured it made for a better story me pulling off. I didn't slow down and get behind him because he was just going too damn slow, okay? It was an open road. It was a Saturday. Damn it, I had somewhere to go. All right. Straight up.
And I have to say, I didn't speed all the way to Louisville. He affected me. 10 hours, I didn't speed.
Yeah, I did. What'd you say, Rebecca?
I said you should have left earlier, then you didn't have to speed.
Oh, hell no. I would have been still speeding. I would have left earlier. What the hell are you talking about? Damn it. If the odometer said it went to 140, I only was doing 85. It didn't like when I drove before to Dallas and Houston, I hit 110. I'm just saying. It happens.
Keep talking.
No, I'm just telling you. It was a Saturday. I was going home, and it was an open highway, and I was, had the top down, put that bad boy cruise control on 110. When I got to Houston, my brother was like, how in the hell you get here that fast? He said, you came from Dallas.
Right.
Dallas to Houston is about 4 hours, 15-hour house. I did it in 3:05. He was like, how did your ass? Like, hey, cruise control worked. All right, I got to.
Did you slow up after you got stopped? When you pulled off, did you slow up then, or did you?
No.
First of all, no. You got to. You got to take off, and you got to go to the speed limit because you're still in the town limit. But then once you get to the next town, hell, you can go ahead and take off because he ain't got.
Hello, I'm Isaac Hayes III, founder and CEO of Fanbase. Listen to what I'm about to tell you. The window to invest in Fanbase is closing. We've raised over $10.6 million of our $17 million goal. That means there's room for less than 6,370 people to invest in Fanbase for the average amount. The minimum to invest in Fanbase right now is $399. That makes you an owner in Fanbase today. Go to startengine.com/fanbase to invest. Why? Because current social apps have taken advantage of users for far too long, with content suppression, shadow banning, harmful racist content, and no real tools for monetization and equity. Fanbase has over 1.4 million users and counting, allowing anyone to reach all their following and monetize their content from day one. Social media is the new TV, and whoever owns the apps that distribute that content have the opportunity to own potential billion-dollar companies. While big platforms with uncertain futures are failing to serve their users, Fanbase is stepping up to fill the gap. Don't wait until it's too late. Invest now, invest for yourself and your future. Go to startengine.com/fanbase and own the next generation of social media.